Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have week 3 of the BHDL6 Draft League tournament, and that is going to be against Adam, also known as Aprater, from the Discord server. So, we'll get the battle on its way here. This is a guy that we've played one time prior, all the way back in the BHDL2. He is about as big of a draft league veteran as you can possibly get. I don't think anyone knows how many draft leagues he's been in at this point. It's that many. But yeah, we'll take a look and see what he has in store for us this week. So he's got the Hisuian Braviary. He's got the Cerulege. He's got the Rampardos. He's got the Regidrago. He's got the Lucario. And he's got the Whimsicott. Alright, so more or less the team that I was expecting here. I was a little bit... there were a couple of Pokemon that I thought he might bring, but he didn't. So, but this is more or less the team that I thought he would bring now. The only question is, what are we going to do about it? I feel like I had a little bit of a plan going in. I feel like I want to lead with... I feel like I want to lead with Hawlucha, actually, in this one. That was kind of my plan going in. He didn't bring the Araquanid, so that might not make this as good of a play as it otherwise would have been. But yeah, we're going to lead with the Hawlucha and see where that gets us. Definitely a big week for us this week. We really want to try to have a good one this week, so let's see what we can do with this one, as he's going to straight up lead with the Rampardos right out of the gate as we lead with the Hawlucha. So that is an interesting turn of events for us. Now, this is his only Terra Captain this week. We actually did not bring a Terra Captain this week at all, which may be a questionable decision on my part, but I didn't feel like either of my Terra Captains had a good matchup against this team, so that is why we did that. So we have a little bit of choice to make. So this thing can Terra, I believe. Rock, Electric, and Fairy are its Terra types. So if he goes Terra Fairy here, that's going to resist close combat. I think we're just going to go for a U-turn to bait the Terra. No reason to make any risky predictions. He actually doesn't Terra, so that is extremely bold on his side. He actually doesn't Terra, so that's extremely bold. So we get the U-turn. We could have just cold-cocked that thing with a fighting move and taken it out straight away, but yeah, that's an extremely bold move on his side. So now we have to decide what wants to come in on this thing, and unfortunately we don't have much that wants to switch in on a head smash from this thing. I think our best option is probably Gastrodon, but we really do not have great switches, so we'll just go Gastrodon here. We don't have great switches to this thing. This thing could be a big problem for us. But we'll come in with Gastrodon as he goes for a Rock Slide, which is kind of fine. Gonna do a lot of damage, but we do take it well enough. So I think what we want to do in this situation, I don't think we want to play around with this thing because we have very limited switches to it. We could Earth Power, or we could... I don't want to play around with this thing. I think I just want to Earth Power straight away. But he has a Rock Slide on there. Did not reveal an item. I guess he could have been Chople also, and maybe that's why he didn't Terra. But yeah, we're just going to Earth Power here. So he goes for the Trailblaze. I had a feeling he would do that. So he Trailblazes. I think we can take one. Yes, Gastrodon, thanks to the Rindo Berry, can take one. I was kind of anticipating this. We go for the Earth Power, and that should, indeed it does, get rid of that Rampardos, no questions asked. And that is going to knock him down to 5 Pokemon. So I'm glad that that little plan that I had paid off, because a lot of his Pokemon do get Trailblaze, so I was anticipating that that situation might happen. So I'm glad that Gastrodon was able to hang on there, and we grabbed the KO on the Rampardos. So that's pretty big, because like I said, we really didn't have much to switch into that thing. So now he's going to come in with the Whimsicott, and so we have a little bit of a choice to make. Is it really worth keeping Gastrodon around or not is kind of the question. We do have some pretty decent switches into the Whimsicott, so in a way I kind of want to keep the Gastrodon around, because we kind of have some okay switches. We could save the Gastrodon as fodder for later. Although I don't know if I want to really take big damage on any of our Pokemon, so it's kind of a little bit of a toss-up. I guess we could just go into Incineroar. We do have a lot of resistances to this thing. We could go into the Wheezing. We resist both this thing stabs with Wheezing. So yeah, I kind of want to go into Wheezing here, but at the same time, I kind of want to preserve Wheezing for Regidrago. Let's go Incineroar instead. Let's save the Gastrodon for fodder, and let's go Incineroar, because I kind of want to preserve the Wheezing, because I feel like that's really our best counter to the Regidrago. So we'll come in with Incineroar, get the Intimidate to cut this thing's attack. He goes for a Moonblast, which kind of sucks. Doesn't do a whole lot, though, because we are Assault Vest. So this turn, that tells me he's probably not very offensively invested in this thing. I feel like I don't really, as much as I want to fake out for Chip, I don't see a reason for him to stay in here. So I kind of want to just knock off to grab a knockoff on something. He could switch into Lucario, but that would be really risky because of the fire move. But yeah, let's just knock off and see what he wants to do here. So he actually does stay in and spam Moonblast again, interestingly enough. Hits us down to about half. We get a big knockoff, which does a lot of damage and gets rid of his heavy-duty boots. So I guess he just decided that he wants to chip us down here. Maybe he didn't want to switch something into the knockoff, but we do get rid of the boots on this thing, which is kind of whatever. At least we know he's not choice itemed. As much as I don't want to take another big shot with Incineroar, I feel like we might just have to. Let's U-turn. I think we'll U-turn this time around. Yeah, let's U-turn this time, see what he wants to do. So he does actually switch, so that's kind of okay. So we'll be able to keep some momentum up with Incineroar. He goes into the Ceruledge, so we'll be able to find out if this thing's weak armor or not. So he comes in with that. We do get the U-turn, which is going to do minimal damage to this thing. And it is Flash Fire, okay, so he does not get the boost. So that's really important to note, that he is Flash Fire on the Ceruledge, so that's good. So all we really know about the Whimsicott is it has no item, and it is Moon Blast, but we could have assumed that. I think we definitely want to keep our foot on the gas here, and I think the best way to do that, this thing, I guess he could be Scarf, but he's Flash Fire, so I kind of doubt it. It's probably Weakness Policy if I had to guess. Let's just come in with Jolteon. Let's do that, because Jolteon, unless he's Scarf, Jolteon 100% outspeeds this thing, and we can hit him extremely hard with something. I feel like... What's his switch here? He doesn't really have a good switch to... I mean, he doesn't have an electric immunity. He has a couple of electric resistances. I feel like our best bet is just to go for a nice Choice Specs Max Attack Shadow Ball, so that's what we're going to do. He does stay in and we get him, so I think this takes him out from this range, and it does take him out. Okay, perfect, yeah, because max special attack Choice Specs, I don't think there's any way that thing lives. So Jolteon grabs the KO and he goes down to 4 Pokemon, so that is pretty amazing. That's another huge threat out of the way, something I was really worried about. So now he's going to come in with the Lucario. So now we have a little bit of a choice to make. I don't want to let this thing set up, but at the same time, I don't want to lose Jolteon, because Jolteon seems extremely valuable against a lot of his Pokemon. So I'm not 100% sure how I want to play this, because he could be like banned E-Speed, and that could do a lot of damage to us. He could SD. I really don't want to give him the opportunity to set up here for free, so I kind of want to just clock him with a Shadow Ball. I feel like that's the best answer here, because we have to keep our foot on the gas, I think, and I just... As much as I want to preserve Jolteon because it has free Specs Volt Switch against his entire team right now, I can't let this thing set up, so we're going to stay in Shadow Ball. He does not Extreme Speed us, so we hit him up with a Choice Spec Shadow Ball. Does a lot of damage, takes him below half. He goes for a Meteor Mash, over-predicting. He does not get the attack raise, which is nice. He takes us down by about a third HP. I feel like there's no reason not to just go for another Shadow Ball here. So he has a Meteor Mash on the Lucario, so more of a physical set possibly. Let's just Shadow Ball again. There's no reason not to here. He does Extreme Speed, does a lot of damage, but we do survive. We go for the next Shadow Ball. I think that definitely takes him out from that range based on the damage of the first one. Indeed it does. So down goes Lucario, and he goes down to 3 Pokemon. So that's pretty amazing. Jolteon putting in a lot of work right now, which is exactly what we needed. And another big threat is down. So now he's going to come in with Whimsicott again. So we know if this thing is max speed, it will outspeed us. So Jolteon looks really good against Hisuian Braviary, so I kind of don't want to lose it. I feel like this is probably where we sat Gastrodon off to get a clean switch, because I don't think that Gastrodon does anything to the rest of his team. So yeah, we're just going to sack Gastrodon at this point, so we can save Jolteon, because it will outspeed his other 2 Pokemon. So I'm okay with that. So we'll come in with Gastrodon as he goes for Moonblast, and that does take the Gastrodon out. So we go down to 5 there, but I'm okay with that exchange because we get to preserve the Jolteon. So I feel like we can come in with Hawlucha now, actually, and we could probably just go for Brave Bird. So yeah, we're going to do that, actually, because we are Scarf. So we are EV'd. We know this thing's not Scarf because we knocked it off. So we are EV'd on this Hawlucha, so that we should outspeed this thing just barely. So we're just going to click Brave Bird here. We do. He does Tailwind. Okay, so he Prankster Tailwinds us as one final maneuver for this thing. We go for the Brave Bird. Choice Scarf does take the Whimsicott out, obviously, knocking him down to 2 Pokemon. So he's probably trying to set up a Hail Mary with the Regidrago, if I had to guess. We do take a little bit of recoil damage, which is fine, but that knocks him down to 2. So now now he's going to come in with the Hisuian Braviary. So that thing is in. I feel like we don't, with the Tailwind up, that's a little bit of a problem right now. We don't really have a clean switch for this thing right now. We don't want to come in with Incineroar because I think we get 2-shot by this thing. It would be an incredible risk because obviously as the flying move he can spam. I don't want to lose Jolteon. I feel like Hawlucha's probably done its job at this point. If he overpredicts and Hurricanes and then misses, that would be really good. But I think we just have to stay in and click Brave Bird here. He does outspeed us. He gets the Air Slash, and that takes us out. So that's unfortunate. He does get the crit. I don't know if that mattered or not, but that takes us out. So we were, yeah. So we lose our Hawlucha there, and we go down to 4 Pokemon. So I don't know if the crit mattered or not. We aren't defensively invested with the Hawlucha, so probably not. I think we just come in with Incineroar because we really need to wait these. We need to wait these Tailwind turns out. So we get the Intimidate. Not going to matter for sure because he's definitely going to be a physical or a special set. So he's got, I think, 2 turns of Tailwind left. So the Hisuian Braviary more than likely is going to be Sheer Force, if I had to guess. I don't think. I think we just Fake Out here. I think that's the play. I don't think there's any reason to do anything crazy. I just want to look one thing up real fast with Hisuian Braviary. Yeah, so it doesn't get anything that would prevent it from flinching to my knowledge. So we're just going to Fake it out here. So we get the Fake Out. Going to get a nice little bit of chip on that thing, and we do get the flinch. So that is going to be really important in stalling our... stalling out his turns with of course, the Tailwind. So now, hopefully we can take an attack from this thing. We are AV. I feel like he's probably Sure Force Life Orb, so hopefully we can take an attack from this thing. We don't really have another switch, so we're just going to have to hope we can. Let's just go Knock Off and see what happens. He goes for the Air Slash. Can we take it? Yes, we can. And we don't get flinched, which is amazing. We go for the knockoff. That cleanly takes out the Braviary, which is amazing. That knocks him down to just 1 Pokemon. So that is pretty amazing, and he was heavy-duty Boots, so he was packing a lot of Boots Pokemon this week, it looks like. So his last Pokemon is going to be the Regidrago. So we're going to find out what this Regidrago is made of, what it can do here. So he is... nope. Don't know what's going on there. Okay, I had a little bit of a freeze up, but there's the Regidrago. Don't know if that's on my OBS or on the Switch, but yeah, he's in with Regidrago. I don't think there's really any reason to switch at this point. I don't think there's any reason at all to switch at this point. So let's just knock off. I mean, we're not going to survive an attack from this thing, so let's just knock off. He does go Dragon Pulse, and certainly that will finish us off. So Incineroar goes down. We go down to 3 Pokemon. That's okay. There was nothing we could do about that. We do have something that should hopefully be fit to handle this thing, and that is the Galarian Wheezing. So we're going to go ahead and come in with Galarian Wheezing here. We are Levitate. We are immune to Dragon, which is going to be really critical. I guess we just start clicking Strange Steam now and hope we don't miss. That's really the plan. He goes Dragon Pulse, so I'm assuming he's probably choice locked into Dragon Pulse, so if that's the case, that's going to be GG. We go for the Strange Steam, not quite enough to take him out, but I'm assuming based on the fact that he went Dragon Pulse that he has nothing else, so we're just going to click Shadow Ball this time around. And yeah, he just continues to click Dragon Pulse, but unfortunately for him, we are just going to Shadow Ball him here, and that is more than enough to take that Regidrago down. And that is game. So we are going to win that one 3-0 versus Adam. But that was a really fun match. Very fast-paced, high-octane game there. Much needed victory for us after the failure of last week. And super glad that we were able to pull that off. So let that tabulate. And we'll back out. So, yeah, so definitely very, very glad that we could take the win in that one. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Philadelphia Pidgeys are going to advance to a 2-1 record here in the BHDL6. So, definitely a big weight off our shoulders after our performance last week. So I'm very happy the fact that we could get it done in this one. So but that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we will see you next time. Yeah.